I'm Chase at Rocky Mountain ATVMC, and this is our product spotlight for the Prospect Goggle from Scott. Hello and welcome. Today I'm here to talk to you about the Prospect Goggle from Scott. Now these are brand new at the end of 2016. They are definitely a hot commodity. We saw the Tyrant Goggle from Scott, which is very popular for a lot of years. With the Prospect Goggle, it's all new, and this is gonna be their flagship model. Now the goal with these was a bigger field of view and also a safer goggle, and I think that they have accomplished that. Now with this goggle, what's nice about it, it's a flagship goggle, so it's a premium goggle, but it's gonna fall in that medium price range. So it's right around 90 bucks, which is a nice price point for a premium goggle. Now, if we look at it, one thing I do want to point out, if you're used to Scott goggles with the Tyrant, it's definitely a bigger goggle. So keep that in mind. When you get these, remember, these are an apparel item, so it falls into our fit guarantee category. So if you're not happy with the fit, if you don't like how they fit in your helmet, just send it back to us in brand new, unworn condition, and we will give you free shipping on your first exchange. But to get that bigger field of view, yes, they increased the lens size and the overall size of the goggle, just something to keep in mind. And I will point out that I have a pair of these goggles. I have been wearing them, and I will say for myself that I really do think these do give a great field of view. It's something that I did notice when I put them on. So if we look at the goggle, big change here. Obviously, we talked about the bigger lens. You're going to have two tear-off posts on each side now. That's going to help your tear-off stay down better. And they now have an outrigger system. Now, a question we get a lot about outriggers is, well, what is the benefit and why pay more for a goggle that has these versus a goggle that doesn't? Now, with an outrigger system, what it's designed to do is give it a better fit to the face when it's inside your helmet. Now, if we look at to my right, I've got this pair of Prospect goggles on this Bell helmet. You can see how the goggle is going to sit against the rider's face, but the outrigger allows the strap to pull here on the outside versus on the actual frame itself. So when you put these goggles on, that's going to prevent the goggle from being pulled away from your face. So outrigger system, again, is to help with the fit of the goggle inside the rider's helmet. So if you are shopping around, that is one thing that you would want to consider is, does it or does it not have an outrigger system? So outrigger system, nice touch, removable nose guard. So if you have a helmet, you want to take that off, you can. I took mine off just because I like to have it off, but again, that's just going to come down to a rider preference. We turn it around, we look at the back. Another great feature about these is a 50mm strap with silicone on the inside. Now that bigger strap really does help keep the strap in place on your helmet. The silicone is going to prevent it from sliding, and I just think it looks really good. I think Scott did a good job. Lots of cool colorways with this goggle. I like the design. I like the look of that bigger strap around the head. Now here in the back, one thing I want to point out is you're going to have Scott's 3.2 layer face foam. Now with any premium goggle, a really important factor is how well it's going to absorb sweat. So the idea behind this design is to, hey, make sure you have good moisture management so it's going to absorb a lot of sweat and also be durable. So the innermost layer is going to be against your face. That's more of your microfiber or your fleece lining, so that's very comfortable. And if you flip it over and look at the top here, again, you're going to have 3 layers of foam, and that's going to really help absorb as much sweat as possible when you are out there riding. Now, last thing I'll touch on is going to be how Scott made this goggle safer, and that's going to be with the lens technology. They're now using their lens lock system. So a traditional Lexan lens is going to go in like your traditional Lexan lens would for really any goggle. The difference is you now have the lens lock pin. So up here at the top, you're going to have 2 at the top and 2 at the bottom. They are pins that actually secure the lens in place. The idea behind it, it's going to prevent big rocks or big pieces of roost that are flying at you from knocking the lens out. So I love that Scott thought, hey, how can we make a safer goggle? And I really think that they've accomplished that here. Now, the last thing I will say, it's not a deal breaker, but with that lens lock system, it does, in my opinion, add some time to changing out your lens because you do have to pop those pins out in order to change out the lens. So just know it does take a little bit more time to change out your lens, but again, definitely not a deal breaker. So that is a Prospect Goggle from Scott. Again, bigger field of vision and a safer goggle. I like what they've done here. Head over to our website at RockyMountainATVMC.com to check these out. Look at the colorways, and again, guys, read rider reviews to see what other guys are saying about these. I'm Chase here at Rocky Mountain, and we'll see you on the trails.